In 1950, two British researchers with an interest in body composition created data we're presenting today. They had a lot of questions, so they studied the growth rate of the fetus and the placenta to answer them. The first bit of information we were given was a graph of a mother's gestation for a 40-week period, which expressed the growth rate of the placenta over time in days. However, the time was given in weeks, so our first task was converting the weeks into days. From there, we needed to interpret the graph. We were given the y-axis was the growth rate, and we decided that this information was a derivative of some function, the weight of the placenta versus the fetus over time. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. After the units were the same for the x and y-axis, we took the points from the original graphs, estimated them, and plotted the approximate points on the Excel page. This took some patience. Our analysis would have been limited if we just took the graphs itself. We found the trend lines for the placenta and the fetus separately in the first degree and in the fourth degree. As you can see, the first degree trend line was not very accurate. It gave us an r-squared value closer to 0, meaning it is not an accurate representation of the points. Fortunately, the fourth degree trend line was very accurate and closer to 1. With a close to accurate trend line and an r-squared value, we generate our first useful equations. One equation quantified the growth rate of the fetus. The other quantified the growth of the placenta. Of course, both over time. But wait, there's more! Data to be extracted. Don't worry, we had fun doing this. At what rate does the fetus/placenta grow? When do the rates change? What do the rates changing mean? The inflection points can answer this. Since the equations we started with were the first derivatives of some mystery equation, we manually calculated the second derivative on each equation and set them equal to 0. We used our pals Desmos' free beautiful math to graph the beautiful graphs you see before you. The graphs gave us the inflection points at 115,0 for the scratch that.